Hey, family.
What's up, y'all? It's us again. It's the We Got Us Always podcast. We so glad you can join us. We coming back live to y'all, and listen. The topic today is entrepreneurship, and we talking about a real hot topic in entrepreneurship, AI. We have had our own personal battles with this. This is gonna be a fun conversation because Jasmine loves AI, but to an extent. Me, I was an old schooler, so I had to be dragged. I'm like, Chat GBT, you tripping. We ain't never using that. I'm not at that same place now because I've seen the effectiveness of it. But we want to sit up here and we want to talk about entrepreneurship and AI. All right. So this is the entrepreneurship episode, and we're talking about artificial intelligence, aka AI. So let's start off with this, right? And we're gonna start with our story. So for the longest time, Jazz has been trying to get me to actually use AI to bring up my topics, things I pray about, things I do. And I've been fighting with her literally, like not hand fighting, but literally like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't. AI, I'm better, and I got a better brain than AI and all that. And she's like, no, it's not trying to call you dumb or anything. It's just saying you need some help. And because you need some help, it's just saying, hey, why don't you try AI? But I would say to myself, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to do that. And Jazz would be like, well, listen, right now it seems like you're having a hard time coming up with topics. Did you know if you said ask AI this, they can tell you this? And I said, I kind of waited, and then I said, all right, well, ask it this. She asked it, and it came up with 100 topics for me. And I went, oh, I can really get down on these. Now, am I going word for word, verbatim what they gave me? No, but it's a launching point. It's a thought provoking help. It's not me having to come up from the muscle. It's from me looking down there. So I had to submit to it. But I got a funny AI story. We was in the supermarket. I'm sorry. We were in the supermarket the other day, and do we want to say the chain of the supermarket or just say we was in the supermarket?
We was in the market and a freaking robot was
Was cleaning
following me
up.
around.
And you gotta understand, this robot was cleaning up, right? And it's tall, and it got on the side of the robot, they got eyes on the side.
Y'all can see this?
They got look. They got eyes on the side. This robot was following us, and it got eyes on the side of the robot. And the entire time, no matter what section we went to, this robot kept showing up. And it really started creeping Jasmine out. I'm talking about, she got serious. I even got it serious enough to ask myself, is this robot being ran by a human? Because for some reason, it just kept coming around. And if y'all watch our son, lift it up just a little bit, you see him? He is looking at this robot like, Dad, Mom, what's going on? And it just kept following us. And what it made us realize was, what's the statement I made? AI can be convenient, right? I want y'all to hear what I'm about to say. AI can be convenient. A lot of y'all is using AI too much though. And you wonder why you're not reaching people. I'm not saying not to use AI, not to use artificial intelligence. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is some of y'all are trying to totally replace you with artificial intelligence. Let me explain something to y'all. AI can be convenient. It can never be compassionate. It doesn't have the ability to do that. AI can be effective. It can't be empathetic. And see, sometimes in a situation, those are emotions that a person have that artificial intelligence just don't even have the ability to do anything with. It's artificial intelligence. It don't have feelings. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a spirit. It's not a spirit. It doesn't possess a soul. So feelings is not something that it can understand. So AI can't understand that it's saying something to you and offending you and stop. Unlike if I'm talking to you, I say something out my mouth, I offend you. I can literally see your body language. Like, let's take Jazz for instance. Jazz is, I love my baby. Her body language game is crazy. If Jazz ain't feeling something, I could see it on her face. I can literally look at her face and go, ooh, I should shut up. Or ooh, I should stop. See what I'm talking about?
No, y'all don't know how loud John really is in my ear. And I'm just
Right. So she's irritated, right? This is perfect for this moment too. So she irritated. So I can look at her and I can have the empathy to say, wait, what's wrong? And then she says to me, what? You're loud in my ear, right? And then I can bring my voice down. And I can bring her and then I can even go as far as to give her my Denzel and bring my voice down to a sweet, smooth voice. Because that's what she wants.
I like that.
AI doesn't have the ability to do that. AI doesn't have the ability to read her face and then ask and then say, hey, what's going on? So we're telling y'all AI is great for convenience, but y'all gotta stop with this AI for
All right, to
everything.
the business people,
Go for it.
if you want the convenience of using, the what does it AI stand for? The
Artificial intelligence.
artificial intelligence to generate, a contract. You need AI to generate a contract for you because you really don't have the time. Okay, you could use it. But when we was in school, they said don't plagiarize. So make sure you putting it in your own words. Paraphrasing or,
Or making sure you understand everything it says.
yeah, making sure it has some heart to it because you gotta know that at the other end of who's reading that contract or who's reading that document or that grant or whatever is a person with a heart, and you want to speak to them to reach their heart. Speak to them in a compassionate way, so that you attract them for grants, for funding, for their service, their resources, their partnership. Because if you just sound like a robot, they're going to dismiss you. In business, I think it's really important that we still remain compassionate, and I think we'll be more effective in our approach if we keep our heart at the mission statement, if we keep our heart at the vision, because ultimately AI can generate something that sounds good, but they don't have the heart behind it that's going to make it a strong enough why, or to give the purpose of the business, or to make it sound effective where it'll reach the people. Now, we all know that in business, our number one objective is to serve the people and to connect with the people. You can't connect with people if you sound like a computer, period.
Right. And I understand that because they're gonna be like, oh my God, that ain't them. You understand what we're saying? So we're looking at you guys and we're looking at business, and what we're talking about on this podcast is where is it acceptable to use AI and where is it not?
Now, if you want like video hooks, if you're looking for content to market or advertise your business, and you want AI to generate a list of leads or a list of sales pitches or something like that, you can do that so that you don't have to rely on your own thought processes, but you still need creativity. And creativity comes from the heart of compassion. AI can't generate creativity for you. It can show you, an outline of some tools or strategies you can use, but it can't give you compassionate creativity to connect with your audience in a meaningful way where they feel like, you're presenting solutions to their problems. AI is very limited, and it can never replace people.
Also, you gotta understand too, AI goes off of what is in the atmosphere, the internet too. So you can mess around and say, I need to know the heart of the people that need to know this. And the only thing they doing is going to articles and other stuff and grabbing what people saying and bringing it back to you. They're not doing what we call root groundwork, which means I went and asked some folks that's dealing with this situation the heart of it, and those folks gave me their answers. They're not doing that. What they're doing is they're going to give you the best way they can give you an answer. And once they give you the best way they can give you an answer, girl, you smell great. The best, the best way they can give you an answer, and that's what they're doing. But I had to understand to my old heads. I am gonna say this. I want to talk to my old heads. Listen, come here for a second. Yo, AI is great though. It is. It ain't what we think it is. It ain't. I'm be honest. I thought it was the devil.
I mean,
I did. I did.
be careful.
I be careful, but I thought it was totally. I didn't understand it could really assist me, like in my content creation. And this the thing. It's been a while. I've been trying to blast through for a minute because my gift is speaking, my gift is talking, but sometimes it's so hard to come up with a topic that's worth talking about. And so what AI does is it help bridge that gap between the connection between an organic thought and a topic to speak about by saying, hey, I wonder what the people talking about this. And they'll bring it up. What does the Bible says about, like, I think, what is it? Soon I'm going to be doing a series on discipline. I asked for, and if you know me, I'm going to make it clear. Everything I do is based off the Bible. All my principles is based from that's my source, the Bible. I said, give me 100 principles on discipline rooted in the Bible with the scripture connected to it. It gave me 100 principles about discipline with the scripture connected to it. I was amazed. Jazz was like, here you go. I was like, and she asked it, and how long did it take for her to do it?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. What would have probably took me 40 years. It took me 2 seconds. I got 100 topics to go from. I don't even know if I don't even, let me be honest. I don't think I'm going to touch all these topics, but I got 100 topics to choose from. And now I know what my Bible reference is. So I don't have to sit up here and talk and speak from my own understanding, but I can speak from the wisdom that the Bible gives me. And then I can get the understanding and then I can present it.
So, use AI. Don't let it use you. You know how they say, get money, don't let it get make the money, don't let the money make you. Yeah, make the money, don't let it make you.
So,
that's a principle for the entrepreneurship video. Make that money, don't let it make you. Boo.
Well, then let's spin it for AI. Use AI, don't let AI make you, because I promise you, I've seen some people take some major losses because they're using AI.
Yeah, so be very careful because
be careful.
It's like if you use AI to submit a contract or to submit any documentation, right? It'll generate it by the computer, but you're submitting it to another computer that can tell that what you submitted to them came from a computer.
I think we saw the meme. I think we saw the meme. A professor realized that half of his class used their final writing assignment. Half of them used ChatGPT. Yeah. And he was so frustrated that he can't. I think don't quote me on this because I was hearing him snap on his class. Somebody recorded it. Y'all gotta be careful too. These kids record anything these days. But somebody recorded him snapping on him like, "Yo, I'm not going for this." It's plagiarism, and plagiarism in college is major. Like it's not. It ain't light. Like you can see somebody plagiarize, and they'll be on campus today. And in the silent of the night, they'll be going tomorrow because they got kicked off of campus within a 3-hour notification because of plagiarism. I've seen it happen at school. So plagiarism is serious. And what ChatGPT is supposed to be is inspiration. It's not supposed to be imitation.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm going to say it again. ChatGPT is supposed to be your inspiration, not imitation. That's the problem with some of y'all. You're not using it for what the spirit of it for. The spirit of it was for it to inspire you to do something and for it to kickstart you. Some of y'all use it as the exact copy imitation of it. Mm-hmm. And you're expecting not to get caught, and you're getting caught.
So if you want to use AI for a business template so you can have an outline or an outline of your ideas so you can know which direction to flow, use it as a tool, as a resource, but don't use it as a way to create or establish something because you won't build in that way. Mm-hmm. If you want to build a business, it always has to be organically, and you have to put your heart in the process. Like AI can't give you compassion.
Nope. It can't give you empathy. It can't give you sympathy because it doesn't have feelings. It doesn't. And y'all might not know this, but sometimes when y'all use AI, it scripts that from your message. And it's clear. I once understood this when I was in a speaking competition. Some words lack feeling. My oratorical coach taught me that. Some words you shouldn't use because they lack the ability to connect to the feeling of the person you're talking to. Sometimes the most simplistic word gives you the connection between you and your mate. I can be talking to Jasmine and I can say a bunch of stuff and it don't mean much. Jasmine, I desire you on a higher level of frequency that, do you see her face?
I would really be like,
Like what?
he's a
But Chat
weirdo.
GBT, I desire you on a higher frequency
Block,
and
block,
it has to
block,
make,
block this man.
or I could just say, hey girl, I really love you and I really want to be in a relationship with you. I really desire to be close to you. I really desire to be one with you. Chat GBT can't do that for me. Only I can speak that and through my voice, through my pitch, through my spirit of my words, she can feel my heart. Some of y'all are trying to make a heart-to-heart connection with people and you're trying to do it with an artificial connector.
Artificial intelligence is what it says is fake.
It's artificial.
It's
It's
fake.
artificial intelligence, but it's not nothing to do with feelings. And that's what's happening today. And some of y'all are trying to use artificial intelligence to express your feelings. And artificial intelligence is doing a horrible job of expressing your feelings, and you're not connecting with your audience.
How about this? You're using artificial intelligence and not connecting with God. I think God grants us creativity.
Ooh,
He
going
grants us the
somewhere.
compassion. He inspires us with different just different tools that technology can't grant us. So I think the biggest source to use is not AI, but to tap into God as a resource, especially when it's business, because He can give you inspiration and something that's new and innovative that the world has not seen. And when you're doing business, you want to do something that's creative, that's innovative, that's new, that the world needs. And that only is inspired by God. And AI can never connect to God. The heart of God, the inspiration of God, the anointing of God, that can never come about
Because
through
AI is
AI.
not a spirit. So it can't have a relationship with God.
And that's number one in business. I say number one is in business is to sit with God, get your inspiration, your wisdom, your strategies from God, and then you start to build your business in that way. AI is a tool you have accessible to
That
you.
is a tool. And think about this. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna slam dunk this one. Think about a tool. Until you pick up a tool and use it, it can't do nothing. So if a hammer is sitting here, it will never do anything as long as nobody pick it up. It will sit right there and be a hammer. It exists, but it's just a hammer. It's not purposeful until someone takes this flesh of a hand, put it around it, and swing it and use it for what it's purposed to use, which originally is to put in nails. That's when now that hammer gets purpose. So AI is a tool. It's not the source, it's a tool used by the source to help build something. So use AI, artificial intelligence, as a tool. It's a great tool. Pick it up, use it. But know something. People know when you're using the tool if you built it the way that the tool is intended for it to be used. It's like, oh, you use AI for this. People even know by the way you talk. If you wrote, that's the one thing I know I'm afraid of with AI is, if you hear somebody talk and you read their paper, you can tell that you didn't write this. Why? You don't talk like this. This ain't how you talk. I know how you talk. I listen to you all the time. I just read this paper and I can tell this ain't you. That's, what most people don't understand. Half of the time, that's how teachers court their students cheating. I know my student. I know how they talk. This paper sounds like that kid over there, or someone of the kid on campus. But I know it ain't this kid that said that.
AI can help you in your business. You just gotta be very strategic in how you use it. If you need to develop systems in your business, AI can help with that. If you need strategies for how to market, to do your brand, AI can help with it. But it's only to give you an outline, and you create. You create from that outline, but you don't use it to formulate everything you need, because then it's ineffective. And I mean, it's so easily accessible to us as, people in business, even to the kids.
AI needs you to plug you into it for it to become alive.
Now, be careful with that too.
The heart of you need to be plugged into it for you to take something from AI and bring it alive.
Now, be careful with that, because what AI is trying to get us to do is to put your heart and your compassion, and
And trust in it in there.
it'll ask you questions, and it'll create more in depth on what you need by you telling it more about you. So as you tell more about you, it'll give you more information and make it sound more realistic. So it's like, allow there to be a distinction between you and AI, and don't give all of you to it. Like, it may ask like what type of business you do, or you can give it more information about, okay, this is a healthcare business, and these are the services we provide, and we want people to feel loved. And then it'll start putting all these words to connect, but it's trying to take on your identity to formulate the new information. So the less you give it, the less it can try to imitate a person's behavior.
Right.
But the more you give it,
The more it tries to imitate your behavior, but it can never duplicate your behavior.
right?
It can never do that. So we just wanted to do this little short episode on artificial intelligence. We glad y'all joined us. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of We Got Us Always podcast. We done did a couple faith, entrepreneurship. I think we're going to do a family one next. So we love y'all so much. Y'all take care. Until the next episode, God bless you. And remember, we got us always. Peace.